Alright, this is Extra Factors, issue number 78, and this is a good one. For this, we are continuing with that Mutant abortion storyline that was set up in the previous issue, and we also have the exciting prospect of Sinestro teaming up with Strifle. And this sadly isn't the major focus of the issue, it's just like a single page. The art for this issue, it is a mix. Half of it is by the series' regular artist Barry Stroman, and it is not very great. And the other half is by Brandon B. Peterson, who is a good artist. If you missed part one of this story, there's this doctor fella who has worked out how to test unborn babies for if they're going to be born a mutie. So to boil it down, he is running an abortion clinic for mutie babies. And here he gets a phone call warning him that his clinic is going to be attacked by the evil mutie group called the MILFs. And the person warning him, she's actually one of the MILFs herself. This is Tempest. And then on the next page, we have some better art. This is Brandon B. Peterson. And he is trying to emulate Barry Stroman's style, but he's also doing a much better job at it. Here we have got Extra Factors, and they are being shown the new training room that the government has built for them. And this whole scene is in service of a really obvious joke. Sometimes David Peter, he is the writer, sometimes his comedy really works, like when he had that baddie think that Extra Factors was just Excellent Force with a completely different lineup. That was funny. But other times it's like this. We have got 3 pages, mostly wasted, on setting up what I would consider to be a lame joke that your dad would tell about contractors. We've also got an ongoing subplot with the Sinestro Corps. Extra Factors, they arrested some of them, and there was an all kerfuffle about the legality of them being detained without trial. So here we got a fun scene with Strong Guy, not Sunder for fuck's sake, it's Strong Guy. And he's trying to flirt with a lawyer woman who's probably going to cause him and his teammates a lot of legal bother. Here we have got the Villians and Barry Stroman again, and this page is a struggle because the art is just not up to snuff for what this page needs. We have got Sinestro and Strifle, and then Sinestro, he's doing summit at one of the Sinestro Corps. It's not clear, but let's go back to this. Look at that. This is our introduction in this issue to Sinestro and Strifle. That is unacceptable. And then over here, we got Brandon B. Peterson again, but he's doing the worst hack trick in the book, covering something with shadows so you didn't have to draw it. And when it's a fucking character's face in a close-up, this is not okay. Also, it's shit because this page is badly establishing stuff. It's badly communicating setup. You've got this panel here, the first panel, and you assume this is establishing to us that this scene is just Pillock and he's on the blower. That is what cool people say. He's on the blower to Dr. X and Cyclist. But then we've got this panel in the middle, the really narrow panel. It's the smallest of all 3 panels, and it elects to show the whole scene from afar. And then you look closely and you see this is showing Wolf Girl and Miss Magnets are in the scene too. That isn't communicated well with the other 2 panels. And even with the good artist, the art still leaves a lot to be desired. So Extra Factors, they fly off to stop the MILFs from attacking the abortion clinic. And we have got a great thing with members of Extra Factors debating the idea of mutie abortions or defending someone who enforces them. And Wolf Girl and the Flash, they want now to deal with the mission because they categorically didn't agree with abortion. This makes sense. Wolf Girl, she has got a strong religious upbringing. And the Flash, he has a child. And the Unhumans, who didn't forget they are better than the Excellent Men. The Unhumans wanted to abort his kid for not having unhuman powers. It is worth noting though that this issue was the victim to editorial rewrites to remove specific references to abortion. So it's kind of tiptoeing around it. And it's a bit obvious with panels like this where the layout and the dialogue, it doesn't really make sense. Our here, this is the MILFs. They are a bunch of Robert Liefeld characters from Excellent Force. Nobody really cares about them. But surprisingly, David Peter, who is usually really a prick about stuff like this, he does actually try with these lame characters. He starts trying to establish some personality and characterization, especially when it comes to Tempest here. And then we have got Turtle Power. So the MILFs, they're attacking the abortion clinic, but the issue, it was rewritten to eliminate all references to the possibility of using the doctor's tests to abort muties. In the first issue, that was definitely the case. But here instead, it's just said that the doctor, he could eliminate the mutie gene and turn the babies into normal human babies. And it's just a shame he lost this really interesting topical debate that has some legs and some merit and still feels quite relevant and original and worth doing today. And if editorial weren't screwing this up enough, we have got a mistake here. The doctor, he says, but I won't scared off by terrorists. They forgot to put a B in between won't and scared off. So the MILFs, they start smashing shit up, and extra factors arrive, and they fight the MILFs. And oh, I have got this poster here. I've got this poster on my wall, and it's right just up there. You won't believe it. There it is, right there. That is the poster there. So Miss Magnet, she's about to be attacked from behind, and then suddenly Wolf Girl jumps out to protect her. Because even though she disagrees with abortion, or rather just the mutie bigotry angle as they rewrote her stance, she cares more about her friends. Nice little character moment for her. By the way, the only member of Extra Factors who comes out as basically being in favour of abortion is Pillock. No, actually, worse than being in favour of abortion, Pillock, he doesn't care. He doesn't see any reason why people would be against it, or why people would be in favour of it. My opinions on abortion are irrelevant. I'm not saying them because there is no right or wrong answer, and no matter what I personally think, I am in no position to act upon how I feel. I will say though that I think the worst possible take is Pillock's, where someone is so self-centred that they haven't even contemplated the ethical arguments for or against abortion. We do have some fun fights though, certainly didn't want to abort them. Then we have got this great dilemma bit for Wolf Girl, where she finds the doctor's computer and data is being transferred to the government about his tests, and she has the chance to stop the information from being shared. And this bit on the nose, it says function aborted. Get it? Aborted. And then we have Miss Magnet. She shows up to offer the concluding point that can be appropriated to both abortions and Wolf Girl destroying the data, and that it's not for people to make decisions for someone else. Then we find out that Tempest, she was related to the abortion doctor. It was her father. That is presumably the doctor's motivation, because he had a mutie daughter. And I like the character stuff that David Peter is doing with the MILFs here, and Strifle as well. And we end with the Flash explaining how he can no longer see his daughter due to his marriage falling apart, and how this all kind of feeds into his opinion on abortion. This is a great issue in spite of its problems. It really is a shame they felt the need to censor this one and not let the story go ahead unedited. I think from what we see, it was handling the subject sensitively and without bias or personal politics inserted. Unfortunately, the alterations, they are not enormous or major enough that they make it impossible to get the most out of this story. I would say the art needs some fixing, but this is great. I rate this 7 thumbs up.